So I got a request to go a little bit deeper into the root position chord voicings video I made before. If you haven't checked that out, I have a link in the description. So they wanted me to add a playing example so you guys could see how this method works. And I have a bonus for you at the end. All right, so let's do a little recap of what we did before. Here's our root position chord voicings on the E string. Here's our root position chord voicings on the A string. Okay, so let's see how this works with a playing example. Let's take the tune, the first 8 bars of Autumn Leaves. Okay, so the first chord is C minor 7. Let's do this on where the root is on the E string first. So we got root on 8th fret of the E string. Now it's a minor 7 chord, so we do our minor 7 shape. The next chord, we want to find the closest F7, and that happens to be on the same fret where the root is on the A string now. So it's a 7 chord, so we do our 7 chord shape. So going back and forth between those two chords, we got C minor 7, F7. The next chord is B flat major 7. So we find a B flat, preferably the closest B flat where the root is on the E or the A string. That happens to be the 6th fret of the E string. Then we do our major 7 shape. Now our next chord is E flat major 7, and the closest E flat is the same fret, 6th fret on the A string. Now we do our major 7 shape for a root on the A string. So those chords look like this so far. Then we have a half diminished chord, A half diminished. Closest A is 5th fret on the E string. So then we do our half diminished shape. Then we have a D7, that would be 5th fret on the A string. And we do our dominant 7th shape. Then we have a G minor 7. That looks like this. So that all together slowly, we got C minor 7 where C is on the E string. Then we got F7 on the A string. B flat major 7 on the E string. E flat major 7 on the A string. A half diminished on the E string. D7 on the A string. And then G minor on the E string. G minor 7. Okay, so now let's change this up a little bit. We're going to start with the root of C minor 7 on the A string now. We got this. The next one we have F7 right there. B flat major 7. B flat root on the A string. Now here we can jump up. That's the closest E flat where the root is on the E or the A string. Now we can do the same thing that we did before here. Or let's change this up a little bit. Let's start back here. F7. Now let's jump all the way back up here. B flat major 7. E flat major 7. A half diminished here where the root is on the 12th fret of the A string. Then we got D7 where the root is on the E string. And then G minor 7 where the root is on the A string. Normally in this tune that would be a G minor 6 chord, but for the purpose of this lesson we're just going to change it to G minor 7 just to be consistent with the rest of them. Okay, so that's how this method works. If you want to take this a step further, we can learn the root position chord voicings with the root on the D string. Here's what they look like. And here's how we can add those into what we know already. And let's start off here. C minor 7, F7. Now I'm going to move to the B flat major 7 where the root is on the D string now. 8th fret of the D string. Now, our closest E flat would be, if we did it where the root is based on those 3 strings, is here. Then we can go A half diminished right here, 7th fret of the D string, D7 can look like this, and then G minor 7 can look like this on the 5th fret where the root is on the D string. Play around with these concepts. Take it slow. Make sure you got all the right notes. This is going to force you to learn the notes on the E and A string first, and then after you get those down, focus on the notes on the D string. This is a good way to learn the notes without it being boring and just being like, E, F, F sharp, G flat, G, just going up and down. Learning them in the context of songs or tunes that you want to learn is more fun, and it's going to get you a whole lot further, a whole lot faster than just the tedium of just learning the notes one by one. By using the root position chords on the D string, this gives us a little bit better voice leading, but to get really, really good, nice voice leading, we need to learn our inversions. Look out for a lesson video on that coming up.